Hello, this is Faith of Faith and Books, and I come to you with a challenge. It's my first challenge. I'm calling it May is for Magazines Challenge because BookTube seems to like alliteration, and March seems to be taken up with, mystery, mammoths, and middle grade. So anyway, I'm planning ahead to May. I know in May I'm gonna do a read-along of Tarka the Otter. And then I also have a book to read with the A Year with Louisa May challenge. And I'm not sure which book that is that month. But I had this idea when I was doing my bookshelf tour and I was showing these magazines. These are just an obscure little magazine published by this woman, Dorothy Doan, who started this little Catholic apostolate back, and this is from 1954. And I realized I'd never read them, and they've just been sitting on my shelf for years, and I've never read them. They look pretty interesting. And then also, my husband, a few years back, got really into studying the Progressive era, and that led him to start collecting, and then he stopped abruptly. He's like me. We're not good collectors. But he started collecting McClure's magazine. So this is one from 1893. I don't want to take it out of the plastic just for this, but that's it. And then he got a bunch of them. They're up there. This one is a collection, Volume 7, 1896. And these are really interesting. I mean, there's works by Rudyard Kipling, all sorts of famous writers. Robert Louis Stevenson wrote for this. A surprising number of women wrote for it. And so there are articles on things, and then there's also fiction. Really interesting. So what I was thinking I would do is dedicate May to reading periodicals. And so I'm going to put it out there to the BookTube world as a challenge. The one stipulation is it has to be something that was published before you were born. So I was born in 1960, so I'm going to read some of these articles from 1954, and then I'm going to read articles from the various McClures that we have from, I think the earliest is 1893 to 1903. So I'm just going to go through those. I'm going to go for twice a week. So you can do anywhere from one review to one article you happen to read, or you can do 31, one every day. That would be way too much for me. But so I'm just putting it out there to anybody. If you want to join in, if you have a collection of old periodicals, or if you have access to them at a library, or someone you know has it, or however you want to get to it, maybe even online. But read at least one article from a periodical before you were born, and then just report back to BookTube on what you thought about it, why you chose that particular article, and that sort of thing. And I sort of was reminded of this too because I just subscribed to Sean D. Steadfast, I think is the name. I will link below. And he has this amazing collection of Samuel Johnson essays from all his various periodicals that he wrote for the Tatler and the Idler and the Spectator and the Rambler. Just amazing. I'll do a shout out. I highly recommend his channel. It's just amazing stuff. And I didn't say anything to him about this, but he kind of inspired me too. So Sean, if you want to join in and read some articles, as soon as you get your magnifying glass, read some articles about, or from the Rambler itself, and then tell us about it. So that's my challenge. I hope people take me up on it. I know I'm going to enjoy doing it in May. Talk to you later. Bye.